You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Hey listeners, Wondery has a new podcast called The Vaping Fix. If you or anyone you know has ever used an e-cigarette, you're going to want to hear this.
The story starts in 2018 with college sophomore Gianluca Barrecchia. He was studying in his dorm when he suddenly struggled to breathe. His lungs felt like they were on fire, and with his last few breaths, he asked his roommate to call 911. As he was rushed to the hospital in the ER, doctors tried to help him. They demanded he tell them what drugs he was using. In a daze, Gianluca promised that he didn't use any drugs, just a Juul, but he didn't realize inside that Juul was an addictive drug.
The Vaping Fix, hosted by Laura Beil and the team behind Dr. Death and Bad Batch, is a shocking story of how the e-cigarette company Juul set out to help lifetime smokers quit, but instead managed to hook a new generation of young people. I'm about to play you a preview of The Vaping Fix. While you listen, follow The Vaping Fix on Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, or you can listen early and ad-free by starting your free trial on Wondery Plus in the Wondery app.
It was a rainy day in Orangeburg, New York in 2018. Gianluca Barrecchia was hanging out in his college dorm room between classes. An Italian flag hung on the wall above his bed as a homage to his Italian family back in Connecticut.
North Haven is all Italians, so most of them are actually from the same area in Italy. So everyone always says when they see me around town, who am I not related to?
Gianluca was a sophomore nursing major. His courses and exams could be intense, but today he felt unusually tired.
And just not really myself. Like I didn't really have much energy in me to do anything that day. And it felt almost like I had a cold too.
There was a heaviness in his lungs.
It felt like almost like there was an elephant like sitting on my chest. And I was just trying to take like deep breaths, like extremely deep breaths to see if that would kind of clear it up.
It didn't work.
Maybe I just need a yawn and maybe that'll like help, or try coughing it out or something like that.
But none of it gave him relief. So he turned to the thing that had been his source of comfort, his electronic cigarette. Without thinking, he took a puff.
And then that's when I felt like I just couldn't breathe anymore. And it felt like my airway was just like closing almost. My lungs felt like they were on fire. And I was just like coughing.
His face began to turn bright red.
My roommate, I'll never forget, looked at me and he's like, "Oh my God, like what's wrong with you?" He got so scared. He actually called 911 because that's when I started to kind of go out of it because I couldn't stop coughing.
And then everything went black.
I just hear the ambulance like being jiggled around, going over all these bumps, and I hear the sirens blaring, and I hear the paramedic telling me like, "Oh, wake up, like wake up, wake up."
He was in the back of an ambulance.
There was the paramedic and then an EMT as well. And I had this big oxygen mask on me. I just was terrified, like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. When we got to the hospital, they rushed me right in, and I was surrounded by a doctor and a few other nurses. It was just like pure chaos in this room right now. And you hear like the oxygen just flowing like 100%.
The doctor began asking him questions.
Like if I did any drugs, he's like, "You just need to tell me what you took because God forbid you could die right now. And I don't know what is wrong because you need to be honest and truthful with me because someone your age, this doesn't just happen to just because."
Gianluca told him, "I haven't taken any drugs."
And then that's when the question came up about vaping. I was like, "Well, I do vape." And he's like, "What do you use?" And I was like, "It's called a Juul."
And he wasn't the only one.
A warning for parents tonight. Do you know if your child is juuling at school?
Across the country, high school students have become hooked on a device straight out of Silicon Valley.
Another big story tonight, a disturbing study out about teens and vaping, and it shows a significant jump, nearly doubling the number from last year in the number of kids that are actually using these nicotine devices.
It ended up becoming my oxygen. I couldn't live without it. I needed it all the time, every day.
It would set Gianluca and so many others on a path to the highest offices in the land.
I wrote an email saying, "Don't worry, girls. We're going to share this story in front of a congressional committee."
Another topic that has been top of mind is teen tobacco use, and it is up, and the CDC is blaming who else but Juul.
The White House is calling for a ban on nearly all flavored e-cigarettes. These are the flavors that have started this epidemic among young people.
And on a collision course with the men behind it.
My name is James Monsees. Adam Bowen and I founded Juul Labs.
We were going to take on big tobacco, who had been killing people and lying about it for 100 years.
I said to myself, this is going to be a big challenge for me to manage James through this, and there's no managing James.
I remember thinking, those smart mother effers, they probably did this on purpose.
We never wanted any non-nicotine user, and certainly nobody underage, to ever use Juul products.
I want to tell you, I've been involved with public health for a long time in the Bay Area. You, sir, are an example to me of the worst of the Bay Area.
I just remember like my heart stopped, like seeing them. And I just like froze. And I was just staring at them when they came in, and I was just like, wow, like that's the people right there that sent me down my spiral and not even caring about it.